Hey, what's up, YouTube? We are back.
Who are you?
My name is Lil. Who are you?
I'm Candy.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Hi, girl.
Hey, so we're back. Like I said, we would be. Oh, I wanted to let you guys know, because some of you, when y'all see our videos,
I was gonna say that. Get out my head.
some of y'all are like, y'all are so mean to each other, or y'all gotta calm that down, or whatever the case may be. You probably shouldn't be, because if I can't listen to music or whatever, you can't be eating your dog. Okay, so we are not mean to each other at all. This is how we talk to each other, because this is the only way she can really respond.
That's the only way I can respond? Are you serious?
That's the only way you know how to act, because,
That's the only way I know how to act.
Pretty much. I mean, you can be calm,
like
but,
I'm saying, y'all remember this. I'm the business person in our relationship.
Okay, maybe.
And she's more of the brain, kind of like the brain.
Kinda? So what you trying to say?
Because we kind of do that together.
We do. Oh, so you got everything, but it's only like one thing we do together. Like, what do I bring to the
Why you gotta look at things so negatively?
I'm not looking at things negatively. I'm just going by what you just said. Anyway, we only been recording for like a minute and 17 seconds, and we already. But this is just how we do.
That was good.
I can't even lie, that was good.
Okay.
But anyway, today we are going to talk about a couple of things. Mm-hmm. The first thing is church.
If y'all don't know this, we are both church girls. Yes. I grew up in church. She grew up in church. Your grandfather was the pastor. My
grandfather is the pastor, still the pastor of the church that I go to.
What's the name of the church?
I went to. It is called Christ Temple North.
Girl, like you had to reach right down.
Girl, I had to reach, because it's been a minute since I've been there. But it's Christ Temple North in Nashville, Tennessee. Yes, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. His name, I probably won't say that.
Yeah. But my mother and my father is a minister. Or what?
Okay.
What did you say?
It's a little two-tone. I thought it flowed, but
because you never blend again. I be telling you to blend.
You are getting off subject.
Well, I'm talking. You talking about being
You told me to tell you what I said.
Anyway, my father is a minister. Mm-hmm. My mother was a teacher, because she doesn't teach anymore, but, she teaches me when I need help with, things, and she helps. Help us. Mm-hmm. I was going to use your real government name.
Girl, don't even do that.
She helped Lil with some stuff, So she teaches. But the reason why we want to talk about church is because it is near and dear to our hearts. Mm-hmm. We love the Lord.
We do.
We love
so
Jesus.
Good to us.
But we're not sure about church.
Yeah, because a lot of times...
It's like it's leaning.
It is leaning.
Okay. Is that done?
It is.
All right.
But I have to lean. But it's okay.
Okay.
Look at that. Okay. Okay, when it comes to church, like, I have heard so many different experiences. I've lived different experiences. I know a lot of you guys have probably lived different experiences.
Is it too soon to ask you about one of your experiences, or you want to wait?
No, I don't think it's too soon. I mean, we are talking about church.
Do you know what experience I'm talking about?
Yes, I do. I mean, we're twins, like in spirit. So of course I know exactly what you're talking about.
Do you know we are 30 days apart?
Yes.
Like really?
Yeah. Like literally. Like we really could have been almost kind of.
And we act a lot.
Yeah, we are really sisters.
We finish those sentences.
We do.
Everything. I mean,
we were separated at birth. Mm-hmm. I was born first. Because she wanted to make her own little entrance.
I mean, well, that's how I do.
It is because she's so high fidelity.
I mean, do it like that.
Anyway, but yeah. So there's a lot of different experiences in the church that people go through. Especially when it comes to people being different. But my thing is, everybody is different. Everybody has their cross to bear. Everybody has their sins. Everybody has their things that, make them them. And that, that belongs to their journey or whatever. Because, that's just how things are.
I was going to play some music.
We did, but you did not even hit it. So I guess we're not going to. I mean, I could put it on my phone.
Oh, no, it's okay. We're already in the middle of this now.
One of my experiences is, I'm going to be a little real with y'all. Be a little real. ever since I was little, I have been attracted to women. That's just what that is. You know, and I have met a lot of people from the LGBT community. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them have some of the same stories, you know, especially if their parents went to church or any type of religious establishment. It was like, you know, you got to pray the gay away. All you got to do is just do everything that the church says, you know, and pray and live your life, and, you know, it will go away. I'm here to tell you that was not my experience. It might be one of your experiences, but it wasn't my experience. I was raised in church. My grandfather was the pastor. I was in church a lot in my life, and it did not go away. It didn't. And, you know, I read the Bible. I know the scriptures, and it still didn't go away. You know, so it's like...
Or is it something that you still struggle with now?
It is something that I still struggle with now, because, I mean, there's just some people, you know, that just kind of speak to some pieces of me. You know?
Really?
I'm just being real. Like, you want real, I'm going to be real.
I understand.
I would put their name out there, but I
know who they are. And I really want to put their name out there, but, you know, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. Kind of.
No,
sometimes.
I guess right now the leaf is like, you know.
Well, you know, I don't want y'all to take this personally, but we just met y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We did.
We ain't got that kind of relationship yet where we can just, you know, tell you everything.
That's true. But so, I'm sure it will come out eventually.
Yeah, because that's just how we do.
That is, you know.
We will forget that we don't know y'all.
Exactly.
And tell you everything.
You know, but there are some, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, it's about my relationship with God. And I will stress that to anybody, no matter what your struggles are. It may not be gay stuff. It could be drugs. It could be food.
I used to be hooked on food. I mean, I know y'all can tell it. But I used to be hooked on what you laughing. Oh my gosh. Like what if I was like insecure about this?
And which reminds me, we probably gonna be jumping all over the place.
That's what we do.
That is what we do. But see, y'all see her, right? You see this? No, she is not the skinniest person in the world.
No. I mean, I want to lose weight, but I really don't want to be skinny because I think I will be depressed. I know that sounds crazy, but just think about it. Okay.
But see, she is the one. She is the one that helped me get my confidence together because I know a lot of people there's a lot of stigmatism when it comes to big girls.
It really is. And it ain't even about all that.
It's not because it's like,
if you was a big, ooh, she knocked the whole camera
I did not touch nothing. That was her.
I don't think it was me, but hold on, let me fix it.
But I caught it though. Them reflexes on point though.
Really?
Yeah, we had it's LinkedIn.
It is. Probably put this up on there. Put that. Is that better?
Okay, yeah.
But you're short, so let's.
Yeah, we have it.
All right, is that better?
Yeah,
kind of a little bit.
Okay.
And I want y'all in my titties, so I'm trying to get that. But you're short.
Anyway, so there's a lot of stigmatism when it comes to. That's not the word though. A lot of stigma. There's a word for it. I know it.
We're gonna catch it. We might have to throw it up there later when we learn how to do it.
But it's like when it comes to big girls, like, you know, all of them stink. All of them want food. Yeah. You know, none of them want to do anything with their lives. And that's not true.
There is one, because for those of you who don't know me, I went to Job Corps. Mm-hmm. And I'm just, you know, if there's any church people here, you got your children watching, cover their ears. Put your hands down. When I went to Job Corps, the biggest thing was that big girls give head. And that's what they do. I'm here to tell you, I ain't know how to do that. I never did it until I got... That's a little too much information. So we're gonna wait on that. But, you know, like, at that time, I didn't even know how to do it. I didn't understand. Because I was kind of, when it came to... Do you know I can see you in the camera?
I was talking to them.
Anyway, I wouldn't say I was sheltered, but there were certain things my mom did not talk to me about. She told me about the birds and the bees, but oral sex, I didn't know about that. My mom ain't tell me about that. And other sexual things she didn't tell me about. I'll let you know later how I found out about them things.
I can say about my experiences with my mom.
Well, what if I won't finish?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you're so rude.
You do this to me all the time.
But I don't know what I was going to say, so go ahead.
I knew that.
You did not. You did not. You didn't know.
I could have known. But see, when it came to my parents, like I lived a very sheltered life, like very, very sheltered, like very sheltered. So we weren't even allowed to date. We wasn't even really allowed to hang out with the opposite sex. It was mostly the same sex.
So do you think that contributed to you liking women, or you think that's totally separate?
I think that you go by what you know. You know, meaning that I knew women. I mean, I was always around women. I felt comfortable with women. And my father, which was the very first love of my life, I love my father more than anything. Like, I took up for my father. Like, I was literally, I think, the poster child for a daddy's girl.
I was never a daddy's girl. We're going to get into that story later. I was a mama's girl.
I love my mama, but I don't think I was more so a daddy's girl than a mama's girl or whatever. So when it came to guys, like I never really learned how to handle a man, because my father, you know, he wasn't a very affectionate man. He didn't really know how to be affectionate. And Daddy, I'm sorry if you see this and you feel like I probably shouldn't put our business out there, but I'm just saying.
My daddy was very affectionate.
My daddy
maybe overly affectionate, if you could read between the lines.
Yeah.
And you know.
See, my father was not. You could only hug him a certain way, so I never really learned how to deal with the man. I know how to handle a woman, not necessarily in that way, but that's just.
Is the air on?
It feels like it, but the fan is on. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, so you know, you got glasses on.
I can take them off.
No, you can't. So okay, no, I don't. I'm trying to be serious here. Okay, so for me, all I knew was women or whatever, and I don't even remember where I was going to go with that.
I was saying, I asked you, do you think that contributed to you liking women? And you were saying how you knew women and you got into your father.
Right. But I was going to say something before that. I don't know. But,
can you bring your face in? Thank you.
I have to like break my neck trying to get my face in. But yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess that's gonna be that on that.
Right.
Because nobody knows.
Nobody knows
where that was going. I don't know what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so when it comes to church, like there are times that, like the church that we go to, like we've been going there for what?
Don't you ask me.
It has been a while.
It's been a long time since my daughter was a baby.
And she's 6. She'll be 7 this year. So about 6, 7, yeah.
Something like that.
And like when we first started going to church,
I'm trying to tell y'all, we were in love. In the name of, should we give them a name? Okay, because we don't have. We're not gonna give the name. So
it's awesome church, though.
Yeah, we were in love with this church. I mean, the church, like our hunger for God was so strong, and we were just, we is gonna do this. Honey, that bubble quickly popped. I mean, our love for God didn't, but
right.
There's a lot of things that went on in the church, and it made us stop going.
Yes, and see, the thing is, when it comes to us, like for some people, for me, I'll say for me,
okay,
my relationship with God got stronger outside of church doors. And it's crazy because I was raised in church. I've always been in some type of religious establishment. My parents divorced when I was like 11. And after my parents got divorced, eventually my mom became a Jehovah's Witness, and my dad still goes to church.
Her mama, I would say I love her dearly, but I don't know her like that because I refuse to get to know her because I think I would choke her. But
thank you for putting that out there to the world. Yeah,
I didn't mean it like
that. Yeah,
but it's just some of the things her mama said to her. Like if her mama really knew how great of a person she was, she would not say those things about her child. And it upsets me for you to be the mother and you say that. Like, That just don't make no sense. Somebody gotta know better somewhere. Like somebody. But it really made me upset. And we probably shouldn't go into it because I'm gonna get upset.
Yeah,
so
we shouldn't go into that. We're just gonna go back to. I know a lot about religious establishments. I even after I moved out, I went to a non-denominational church. I've been to different churches or whatever, But it wasn't until I was on my own and I moved away from Tennessee and I moved to North Carolina where my relationship with God really, really got this foundation. And I know a lot of churches believe and teach and feel like, well, your relationship with God, is centered around being at church, and it's not. It's not. I'm not
for us.
For us, it wasn't. For me, it wasn't, because it was like I knew all the right things. I knew the word, but if it came down to Jesus coming down and talking to me and was like so what's going on with us, I'm gonna be like, well, you're good. That would be the end of the conversation, But it's like
a lot of things that we went through helped make our relationship with God stronger.
Yes, and see, to me, I thought that's really important. Like, you can go to church every single day, every day of your life, and not have a relationship with God. Like that's possible. And you can go to church 2 times a month or 2 times a year and have the most awesome relationship with God because of the things that y'all go through.
Yeah, but you have to also, because I don't want y'all to think we're saying
don't go to church. That's not what we're saying.
No, but you have to be in the Word for yourself.
Yes.
And you have to practice the things that it tells you to do, and
yes,
really pray. And that's what we did, because we didn't have a church to go to. We didn't have no car to get to church. We lived in Fayetteville. Mm-hmm. We stayed about a good piece from the first bus stop. And anybody who know me, I ain't walking that far.
She ain't walking. And
when I know Jesus is gonna meet me at the house, like that don't even make sense.
And I have back issues, so there.
I wasn't going there.
I wasn't going there. But what I really want to express to you is that no matter what, nobody can take your relationship with God away. Like, nobody can. Like, if you really, really, really want him, like, seriously, not just, you just want him to pay your bills and then that's it. Mm-hmm. Or you just want him to do stuff for you, it's not really going to work. Because if you were in a relationship with you, would you stay with you? Yeah.
And the thing is, like,
them reflexes on point, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all.
We're gonna have to edit this one.
We are. Oh, what is that? Okay.
They can't see that though. We could have just left that up there.
Oh, we could have. It would have bothered me though.
I understand, but
sorry, guys. Okay. Just that fast.
No, that wasn't it. Okay, yeah. The thing that you gotta remember is, just me speaking from my personal experience.
Mm-hmm. That is not part of your personal experience.
It's not, but I could see it. Having that deep relationship with God, mm-hmm. it helps you.
It does.
I mean, a lot of people don't know. Well, those who know me, you may have known. But there was a time when I suffered from serious depression, and I mean, like, this was deep depression. And I was a teenager. Most people are like, oh, yeah, all teenagers go through that. Not this kind. Like, because of the life that I had and the things that I've been through, it just really took a toll on me. And I didn't know no other way to deal with it but to eat. And, we got all this together right here. But, me having a relationship with God, it changed the way I looked at myself. It changed the way I looked at others. I mean, I had so much anger in my heart, and we will get into that some other time, mm-hmm. because we would really be here all day. And we is almost at 20 minutes.
I know, right?
Oh, God. I know y'all want to hear us talk this long. I'm going to have to find a way to cut some stuff out for this. But anyway, it just, I've been through a lot. Mm-hmm. And it just me building this relationship with God really helped me. And you have to understand, because some people don't understand this either, it's not the church that you're building this relationship with. I mean, in some ways it is, because, you know, y'all fellowship together, talk, you know, you have Sunday morning services, Wednesday. Some people go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was one of them people when I was growing up. But, it's more about you and God. Because like my mom told me on Sunday, because I wasn't going to go to church.
She wasn't.
I really wasn't going to go. It's about your relationship with God, not that church. And people are going to say things, whether you're in church or out of church or on the streets. People are going to say stuff, period. You just got to do what's best for you. What hit you?
That reminded me of something. It was years ago. I was on YouTube, actually. And, first of all, I write poetry.
I'm surprised she put that out there. She normally don't put that out there because, you know, it's a sin to talk about it.
Whatever. But anyway, I was watching this video. I don't remember who the people was. I don't remember their names. I'm sure there are well-known people. They're celebrities. They're in religious, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember their names. But I remember distinctly one thing that was said. And me being a person who grew up in church, like, I understood exactly what she was saying. But not everybody would take it like that, because not everybody is in church like that. Not everybody understands. But she was like, you know, because the Bible does say, you know, to come as you are. And she was making it seem like, you know, not everybody should be, you know, like, I'm tearing it up. But the way she made me feel was like, you know, no, don't come as you are. Make sure that you come correct, because, you know, my husband is up in the front row, or, you know, you gotta make sure you wear this and da da da. I understand where you're coming from. No, you probably shouldn't go to church with, you know,
just a pair of boots on.
Yeah, or just something to cover your nipples and your private areas. And no, you shouldn't. But the thing about it is like, when it came to Jesus didn't have all that extra. Come as you are. That's it. However you are, come. And it's like, people have these... I'm sorry, I get really passionate about stuff like this.
Yes, she does.
I really, really do, because it makes me so angry sometimes. Because the very people that you alienate from your church are the very people that will make it flourish.
I mean, look at the disciples. All of the disciples had a very bad background.
Yeah, they did.
I don't know if y'all checked their backgrounds, their credentials, honey. They was some bad people.
They were.
They did some stuff that, you know, you just shouldn't be close to God if you did.
Exactly, but look at what happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, and especially when it comes to the LGBT community, like, first of all, those are my babies, because I'm a part of the community, you know, and so yeah. But like, I can't stand it, because it's like, one year I went to a gay pride, and you know, I just really wanted to see. It wasn't like I was trying to find nobody, hook up with nobody, none of that at all. I just wanted to see what it was like, because I'd never been, and I wanted to see what the religious people were saying, you know, because of course they come in, you know, with their Bibles out, and they're just hammering down y'all know the scriptures when it comes to, you know, all that or whatever. But my thing was, why are you doing all this? Why are you doing all this talking at people? Hardly nobody was really listening. So what are you doing? My thing is, go ahead.
It's like, I call him Pastor, what's his name?
Bing?
Yeah, I call him Pastor Bing, but he's not a pastor.
Really
in my mind, he's a pastor. Pastor Bing had said,
his name is Evangelist Bing.
I don't call him Pastor Bing.
Okay.
He said that the LGBT community aren't the ones you need to be worried about, because they're upfront with who they are, what their plans are. They don't hide anything. He said you have to worry about the ones that are already in the church, that be lying, that sleeping with Sister Keisha's husband, or, you know, meeting behind the church, making out, you know, people like that.
Yeah, it's like the people who, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in churches behind closed doors that a lot of people don't know about because they're so hopped up on, when my pastor, they got 1,000 accolades and they got this and they got that, and they just, when they preach the word, they bring it. And I'm not downing anybody who preaches the word, but my thing is, it's like, you really got to be careful. Like, you have people in the church who are having sex with the members and they're married. People getting pregnant. Like, I look at the news, I look at all these other things. Like, there's so many people in the church who are just doing things that go against exactly what they preach.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, when it comes to the LGBT community, I cannot stand, I'm sorry, whatever, I can't stand how hard churches come at them. Whatever. And it's like, why? And the thing about it is, like, the people in the LGBT community, I'm sorry, it's like, I can feel it. I get really
talk about this.
I will forever.
80 hours.
I will, and I'm gonna try to condense it.
It's not long.
It probably won't work, but it's like.
But I'm gonna let her have it because she's in that.
I'm in the zone, but it's like, there's a lot of people in the LGBT community who love God more than they can even express.
Because she's one.
I am one. And it's like, I love God. I love Jesus. Because I can't live without him. And I used to believe that, because of how churches put it out there. Oh, God don't love you. Or God loves you, but da-da-da-da. And it affected my self-esteem.
Oh, my God. Y'all don't even know how many nights we had to stay up talking about that.
Yeah.
I lost out on sleep. Because the craziness
anyway.
Anyway, you don't get my blood pressure. I'm on.
But the thing about it is, it's like, and what gets me is, like, some of the people who go so hard on it are the very people that are trying to hide it. You know what I'm saying? But they won't tell you about it, because why go so hard on this? You know what I'm saying? And when you really look at it, how many times did Jesus come down so hard on just the homosexual community? Don't worry, I'll wait. He didn't. He was just talking to everybody. Get yourself together. He who is without sin cast first stone. He wasn't about dividing sins. But churches will. Or when, like, a lot of the people in the LGBT community are talented. Extremely talented. Churches will only use them for their talent. To help get them up there. And I don't know. It just really gets to me, and this is kind of off subject, but I don't know, and I don't want to just hone in on the LGBT community. Like, no matter who you are, even when it comes to quote unquote thugs or anybody, because even when it comes to thugs or whatever, churches look at them. Oh no, they're about to rob us. You can't be in here, or whatever the case may be. Do you want to take over? Hold on, I got a phone call real quick. She can wait. That's what text me.
I'm hungry.
Okay, well, we're not gonna watch her chew. That's not what's gonna happen. But like, if you,
I want to talk my mouth over.
If you want a relationship with God,
I said that wrong.
I know, it's okay.
I want to talk with food in my mouth.
Because you have to talk with your mouth open. Like, you can't really talk with it. But
we're going on 30 minutes.
I know. Hurry up. If you want a relationship with God, no matter where you are, no matter if you are gay, straight, if you like,
you rob bang,
right? You gang bang. You like to suck on toes every third Sunday.
You lick fingers on Tuesday.
I mean, no matter who you are, is what I'm saying. No matter who you are, if you want a relationship with God,
just take that time and pray to him every now and then.
Exactly. And so you're like, well, God, you
God, have to start with the sinner's prayer.
Yeah, start with the sinner's prayer. If you don't know what the sinner's prayer is, go to.
You know what? Because I'm going to go look it up and put it up here. And so y'all can.
Matthew.
Matthew what?
I want to say 6. But I'm going to, just to make sure. Because I don't want to steer y'all wrong. Ooh, girl.
We don't have to edit this.
We might not know how. I mean, you probably learn how to do it.
I'm going to learn how to do it.
Okay, so.
Maybe it's a certain way I need to hold it. Well, while she's doing it, the other thing we want to talk about was, not self-impressions.
Keeping up with appearances.
Yes. We know some people.
Right. I knew it. Matthew 6.
And the whole
Verses 9 through 13. Your girl be knowing. Not all the time. Go ahead. Yes, keep up with appearances.
Yes. We know some people who try really hard to keep up with appearances. The one reason why we say this is because, well, I've never been somebody to try to keep up with appearances. Oh, let me check my background.
You haven't. You haven't.
I don't think I'm trying to keep up with appearances. We try our best not to
What if I hold it?
Well, I wasn't holding it right.
No.
We try our best not to keep up with appearances. For one, the fashion today is terrible.
I don't even want to be a part of that.
I don't know why it's fashion to go outside looking like a mess. But, you know,
Especially
to
not
each his
matching.
own. If that's how you do your thing. But, we're not the type to keep up with appearances. I feel like it's best to be you. And be you all the time. Not just when you at church or you at work or,
We're trying to impress some new boo or
You know
new
what I'm
potential boo.
saying?
Because your true self is going to
It's
come
going
out.
to come out eventually.
Regardless. And then when your true self come out and the people that you really wanted to impress see your true self and they're like,
it. Like, you know,
and then you lose out.
and you being two people, ain't nobody like that.
I don't have